different. First off, truck driver's not always at fault. I got friends who are truck drivers. I'm not saying that. A lot of times it's the other person's fault. But I will say this, and I've handled several cases against 18-wheeler companies. They have what's called go teams. And you've probably seen this too. I know you have. When there's a bad 18-wheeler accident, within hours, I'm not talking days, within hours, sometimes less than 1 hour, the trucking company's insurance company sends a go team to the scene of the accident in an effort to collect evidence and spin this narrative that it wasn't the truck driver's fault, it wasn't anything mechanically wrong with the vehicle, it must have been the car driver's fault. And we always tell people, usually the first person of the evidence wins the case. These trucking companies, their insurance companies, they know that. And their go team goes, and I'm not necessarily accusing them of any, criminal behavior, but their job is to make things look good and rosy on their end and to look bad for the hurt or oftentimes deceased person. So I always tell people, if you're the victim of a bad trucking accident, you need a lawyer ASAP.
That would be our go team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We don't have one.
You need your own go team. And if I get involved 2 weeks later, a lot of times key evidence is gone, or data may have been erased off of a ECM, which is like a black box in the vehicle. You got to get on this quick, and most people aren't thinking about that because their loved one's badly hurt and still in the hospital, or in a lot of cases they're planning funerals and they're not thinking about this. And I get that. But that needs to be in the back of your mind if that ever happens to you or one of your family members, is you need your own go team immediately. Then you can go handle all the other stuff, but at least call a lawyer and only take 3 minutes. That lawyer can start working on it.
Wow, that's a really good tip.
And I want to add to that, because it's not just call a lawyer. I mean, these cases are so different than your typical car accident case. And so, if your uncle, who's an estate planning lawyer who does some car wrecks on the side, I'm not saying he doesn't have expertise in trucking cases, but you can't treat a trucking case like you would any other rear end collision. If you do that, you've probably already lost the case for all the reasons that Bart has already stated. Mm-hmm. And our firm handles a lot of trucking cases. And so you need to go talk to somebody who not only has familiarity with all of the regulations and the differences that we've been talking about, but who also is prepared and has the resources to go and collect evidence and go and hire an accident reconstructionist and begin doing all the things that are really going to be important as your case goes on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a checklist